Set up the Genie Mini and camera on your slider. Connect the Syrp sync cable between the Genie and the Genie Mini. This is required in order to sync the two products together. Now turn the Genie on and start advertising on the Genie Mini. Navigate to the connection screen. You will see both products appear in the connection screen of the app. Connect and both devices will sync together automatically. Now navigate to the new video setup screen. Here you will see both the tracking and panning setup options. Firstly, set your playtime and mode depending on your scene. For video, the mode can be switched to bounce back for repeated movements back and forward. Now enter the tracking parameter setup screen. Here you can set the distance and direction you want the Genie to travel along your track. You'll notice that under the speed percentage menu that it shows two numbers because we're in 2-axis mode. P30 is telling me that the panning speed is set to 30%, and L54 is telling me that the linear speed is set to 54%. You want to make sure you have the Genie at the right end of the track that you are going to start from. Then define the direction you want to travel. In this case, you can see on the linear plate that we want to travel in the ++ direction. So change the symbol on the app to match. You can see on the app that everything is flipped around. So although I have the direction correct on the app, the linear motion graphic is backwards. I can just tap flip to change the linear motion graphic so it's facing the correct way. Now according to my setup, everything makes sense between the app and the track, and I'm ready to set up all my movement parameters. Drag the start point to move the Genie along the track to where you want to begin your movement. Now set your endpoint by dragging the other end to set the distance you want to travel along the track. You can also use the direction arrows to change the distance if you prefer. Hit the play button to preview your tracking movement. This will show you the actual speed of your movement as well as your endpoint. Once at the end, you can adjust the endpoint to make sure it's just how you want it. As an alternative, you can also preview the movement by dragging the camera icon instead. This option will just drive at a predefined speed to the end so that you can check your endpoint is correct. Hit return home to get back to your start point. Now head back and enter the panning setup screen. Adjust as required, just like you did the tracking setup. The same preview functions apply. Navigate back to your main video setup screen. Here you can preview both your track and pan movements at the same time by just tapping the record button without pressing record on your camera. This will show you a real-time preview of your 2-axis motion. Once finished, you can go back into each axis and adjust the endpoints and other parameters if required. Then simply return home and this time press record on your camera before starting the app to begin your recording. For more tutorials, hit the question mark in the app or subscribe to our YouTube channel.